Hey guys, Marsningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and of course it is the weekend, so once again Super Battle Road is available, and we are going through some of the stages that we have currently still failed to complete. Starting off here, of course, with Extreme INT. Oh, this is a tough rotation to start with, I'll tell you that. So we've got Android 16 to tank. Let's focus on Chaozu. Try and get rid of him as quickly as possible. And of course, I mess up the orbs, so I now can't get a super with Kid Buu. So mine has pretty high additional, so we'll have to just hope that he additionals into a super attack. And then we'll get Turles to try and stun Krillin. So the Android 16, I tested him out in a couple of runs when the mode first came out, and even with no orbs, with a defensive item active or something like Dabura's passive active, he takes, as you can see there, double digits, which is pretty decent considering he is just a strike unit. So fortunately, no supers. Can Turles get the stun on Krillin? Oh well, he's getting an additional normal attack, but he did not get the stun. So Extreme INT is definitely one of the more difficult stages of this mode at the moment. You definitely need things like Kid Buu to actually Turles to actually stun pretty much every time he comes up. Let's see, yeah, if we could take out Chaozu, then he won't have to take a hit from him. The Icarus is still active, so let's go with that. My Janemba has about 11 dodge, I think, so let's see if hopefully that can kick in. I've got a load of the AGL fat Janembas that I need to level up his super attack, but I did that for the STR one, and it is quite a grind, so I haven't really been looking forward to doing it again. I think the worst part is the fact that you have to do his event so many times, because as you probably know, it's not particularly hard, it's just annoying because he dodges so much. You can have runs of that event that just take way too long. And okay, so definitely not a good rotation for Ki. Let's see, can we get... Okay, that's not quite how I thought that would go, but definitely don't want to cycle off Kid Buu, as he is our main damage dealer. But if we do this, we can get a debuff on the TN, as well as doing a fair bit of damage. So yeah, so the fact that he takes 20k without any defensive items active is still pretty decent. Super attack will probably still deal quite a bit. 62. I mean, when you consider anybody else would take 40 to 50 and then maybe 100 from the super attack, it's not that bad. And the friend Kid Buu that we've brought is pretty stacked in the dupe system. We just have a quick look at him here. So yeah, he is very high up. They haven't added the update on global where you can see it on here, have they? But yeah, 12 additional, 9 crit, 5 dodge. Mine is built pretty much the same. I have all the paths open, but I haven't had enough orbs, so mine only has 9 in additional, but that last star will be going into additional. And there's the Janemba. He has all of his paths open, so I need to get him leveled up to 10 just so I can grab those star abilities at the bottom and give him some dodge. So yeah, that's going to work out like that. Is there a way to get a super with Kid Buu? Because yeah, all of these will give a super, but we don't want to mess the flow up too much. I think we should be able to take those and be fine. Yeah, good. Okay, so we'll definitely grab a defensive item here. So Janemba is not as good defensively as he is outside of this mode, because obviously he has type advantage all the time anyway, but He does still reduce damage a little bit, and of course he has that chance to dodge, even though it's pretty low on my guy. But and Turler's sadly not going to get a super attack, so we don't get a chance to stun, because unfortunately didn't have quite enough health for his passive to be active. So yeah, Janemba still taking a fair bit of damage. At least it's not as much as the Kid Buu would have taken, and now Kid Buu going to super heal us up. He heals you 12% of your maximum HP, so we are looking at around just over 30k heal every time he supers, which is not bad. Okay, so we do this. Can we get... Oh, if we do this... Yeah, there we go. So now he can super attack. I guess, considering that Dabura and Android 16 will do so little damage, we probably should go for TN. Because, unfortunately, only Krillin and Yamcha are attacking after Kid Buu, but we can't one-shot either of them with Kid Buu, so we will have to go for the TN, because otherwise if we put him on somebody else and get the other two to target TN, they probably won't kill him. So let's see if we can bring some of those greens down towards us for the next turn. So Android 8 still active, so Android 16 not taking a lot of damage, which is good. Kid Buu going to give us a nice heal before we have to take a couple more hits. At least with the INT units, you of course have the free level 5 dodge. So we got the additional trigger, but it wasn't super, so that's okay. And Dabura, of course Dabura going to take a super attack, so let's see. Ooh. Who has Metamort? Is it Janemba and Buhan? Yeah, it is. So if we switch them like that, which is the way I would want to do it, we lose out on a little bit of health, which we don't really want to do. They get key. That's a tough one, because we want... ideally we want Buhan to super to reduce the attack. Which he could do if we do this, and then Kid Buu might be able to get all those greens still. So no, that didn't work out how we wanted, and now we've got Kid Buu off rotation, so it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I don't really want to have to use items again, but if we don't use another item, we are probably going to die this turn. So Kid Buu is not going to super, so we can't use a... I'll have to just use this, I suppose. Hope that we get an additional from Kid Buu, but let's see. Oh, let's not accidentally put it on ×1. So he's going to reduce Krillin's attack, get a nice crit, which is pretty good, but takes a lot of damage. Kid Buu gets a crit. There we go. Kid Buu coming through with the additional super, so he should take out Krillin, and he gives us a nice little bit of a heal back. Ooh, 1.2 without a crit. That's pretty good. Let's see. So we don't want to be putting... They do have a nice attack link there, but we don't want him... Oh, again though, we have to do this because we want him to super. So because we definitely need Kid Buu to super attack whenever he can, because that 30k heal is very, very much needed. And then if we don't finish him off this turn, hopefully Turles can actually get the stun. With the attack boost item in play though, he should Kid Buu should deal quite a decent amount of damage, I would have thought. So what can he do here? Can we get... Oh, there you go. Crit for 1.6. And that still isn't enough to kill him. So that shows you the what you're facing in Super Battle Road. 1.6 million on Yamcha and he survives. But Teles finishes him off. So we are going into the next fight without Kid Buu on rotation, which is a little bit annoying. But... So we've got Janemba. So that... Oh god, so after this we're going to have a double Kid Buu rotation. That is going to be bad. Unless we can set up the orbs nicely this turn. So let's do this. And we want to focus on Goku. Goku is the weaker of the two, so I don't really need to super attack with Janemba because we want to grab all of these orbs with Buhan just for some health. And then next turn is probably going to be a bit wonky key wise, so although if we bring all the oranges down, that could work out for us. I'm kind of tempted to Ghost because then we can. We'll have our Android 16 on rotation to take all those hits in the first slot, and then hopefully we can match up this key in a way that we'll be able to super with at least one of the Kid Buus. So let's see. So Buhan getting the Ghost Kamehameha, which is definitely helpful. Still doesn't do a huge amount of damage to Goku. The duos are definitely very frustrating for this team in particular. So we'll keep the friend Kid Buu there just because his stats are better for taking that hit. The orbs are spread out in not the best way, so but there you go, we can get a super with the friend Kid Buu, which is probably better because he is slightly better. And then we will just grab these and hope for the best. I'm trying to think, because if we catch at least one super this term, unless it's on Android 16, then we could definitely be in a little bit of trouble. But we are getting the one heal from the Kid Buu super guaranteed, so that's going to heal back a lot of that damage that we just took. Need to see some of these level 5 dodges coming into play. So of course Gohan with a super attack, 120k, my god. So Kid Buu gets a crit. Okay, so he didn't get a second super, so we're at least still alive. And then we've got... Okay, so we could try... If we do this... Oh, okay, we can't get supers with anyone. Look at this. Look at this field of orbs. There's literally no way to get any more than 2 key. That's terrible. We're really getting screwed over here, so let's see. Yeah, we're just not going to super with anyone. Well, we'll use the Android 8 because we don't really have much of a choice, and then we can grab these, I guess, because we can't super with him anyway, so we might as well keep those 5 at the side available. Well, there's one dodge at least from the Janemba. Buhan getting hit pretty hard though. And Teles with the additional but a crit, not a super, so not the best. So at least we got this now. We've got Android 18 up the front who can tank for us, and we will grab those. Kid Buu can grab those, so he will super attack, and then can't really afford to use an item. The Android 8 is still in effect, so Oh, we're getting the Dokkan with Kid Buu, which I hadn't realised that we were getting that close. I don't think it'll be enough to finish off because the Gohan has so much health, but we should get a nice heal out of this if we don't die. Because there's still the possibility, even after this Dokkan attack, there's the possibility that Gohan just kills Deborah. So, let's see. It should deal quite a bit of damage. The friend one, very high, the dupe system, not far off 100%. So, how much damage is he going to do? Can we get the crit? So almost 2 mil, and then an additional super as well. Oh well, we didn't even take out the Goku, but at least we're getting double heals now from the actual Kid Buu supers themselves. And there's the crit, and then we'll heal up to full. Oh, so almost to full. So that is very nice indeed. I guess we kind of need to take advantage of the tanking rather than the super. Although saying that, if we do that, that might be a more interesting way of doing it, because we can get a super with Kid Buu here, which is definitely good. Then we can get these orbs here with Buhan, get a nice full heal, and then sadly can't get a super with Janemba, but he's not really here to deal damage, so floating him off is not necessarily the best idea, but... Oh, and of course we get a super attack from Gohan, so... These are those turns that you really want as, like, recovery turns, you know? You take out one of the guys, you start the turn on practically full health. That's when you want to start being able to build your advantage. But, of course, Gohan having to do us almost 150k damage before he decides to actually go away. So... At least we're at 50%, over 50% health, so Turles' passive will trigger. Ooh, this is a... I kind of want Big Bad Bosses to be active, but at the same time... That would mean that we have to take a lot of attacks with the Kid Buu, which is not really what we want. We've got no defensive unit on the next turn, so we can't really ghost. Because ideally I would want to do the turn like this, but I guess that's kind of what we're going to have to do, because we need to take as little damage as we can. So we'll focus on taking out Trunks and get Turles to stun him as well. And let's see. Don't have the best options item wise. Although if we use the Icarus now, that means that Android 16 is going to take very little damage overall, and then we get a heal from Kid Buu. So one of the upsides to the Extreme INT team is because you get those couple of ways you can heal yourself, so you don't necessarily need to use a healing item when you would with another team. So, and there's an additional super. So that is a perfect example of when you luck into that, that's now a good 60k heal that we just got. And we've used an Icarus so we can take less damage, so hopefully we'll be going into the next turn with a fair bit of health left over. So yeah, Android 16 gets the super, but he is the best person to take it. Look at that, 8k from a super attack. And this is a strike unit that has barely any orbs in him, so... And Turles, can you stun? Okay, well he didn't stun, but he got a dodge. I would have preferred the stun, but... Okay, so who has the most defense? Yeah, it's Kid Buu. Of course it is. Although maybe it would be better to have Buhan in the front, because he will lower the attack of Vegeta if we get him to target him first, because then he's attacking quite a few more times. Although again, so is Trunks, and Trunks is attacking Dabura, who is the weaker of the units. So Icarus is still in effect as well, because we definitely need to super with Kid Buu. So I guess, yeah, we'll just have to go with that. Hope we can get the key to drop. So yeah, the key did not drop in such a way that we can get 4, which is what I was afraid of, which is why it was definitely a better idea to go with Kid Buu first. And then Dabura, I guess we could give him a super attack. Get those blues to come down, see what else we can set up ready for next turn. But the Icarus still in effect, Kid Buu only taking 10k. Now he'll get us back around 30. Hopefully we can additional into a super attack again. No. Trunks not quite dead as well, which is irritating. Buuhan gets the crit though, and it's... oh, and he gets an additional normal. But that is enough, fortunately. So that is good, because now Dabura's not going to get hit by Trunks on the back end. Only does a scratch to Vegeta, but that is fine. Oh, and look at that. All the attacks are in the front, so we will put our trusty tank, Android 18, there. Oh. Just a couple of streams of 5 key, but none of 6. Kind of want those. We need that blue to come down inwards. There we go. That's what we needed. So we'll do that. So even with a super attack, he won't be able to kill Android 16. So let's just go with this and see where we can get to for the next turn. Our best option is at this point is seemingly going to be to pick up as much in key as we can, so that we can get to the next fight with the Dokkan mode as soon as possible, because trying to get through the next fight with the limited items that we have left is going to be quite difficult. So we definitely need as much advantage as we can get. We really need something like Turles actually stunning, for example. Like here would be the perfect opportunity to take a risk, and if Turles gets the stun for a change, then we will be in a very good position. And of course, if he doesn't, we are potentially screwed. So, because yeah, I don't want to use an item. We kind of have to take the risk, because if we use another item now, we're pretty much guaranteeing that we won't complete the final stage. Plus, Buuhan's going to heal us up a little bit with these orbs here, because he's picking up 6... what is it again? Is it 3,000? Yeah, 3,000 HP, so going to heal us up a little bit, but let's see. Okay, so come on, Turles, you need to stun. You got a 50% chance, and you failed me every time so far. Just do it. No, he didn't do it, so we're dead. There's just no way. Well, actually, saying that, as long as he doesn't super, we'll survive, because Kid Buu will heal us enough to survive 2 normal attacks, but... and of course, he supers straight afterwards, so... level 5 dodge doesn't come in, and there you go. So, like I say, we had to take that risk, because going into the last fight with only 1 item with this team is basically a guaranteed failure. So, unfortunately, we did not succeed, but there you go. So... Angel Golden Frieza should be dropping fairly soon. If you haven't seen my video about the Extreme Z Awakening, check that out. But I'm pretty sure he's coming in the next week or 2. So this the Extreme INT build for Super Battle Road does change slightly when he comes out. Depending on the units you have that fit in his category, you can do the same as you can do with Super Physical, running Super Vegeta as the leader, where you can run the Angel Golden Frieza as the lead and put in any INT units that you have that are in his category. The Kid Buu is in there, so the fact that the Kid Buu will be getting 170% attack means he's going to be dealing a ridiculous amount of damage, so we'll definitely be trying that again once he drops. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe for more regular Dokkan Battle content. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at the Masked Ningen. Feel free to tweet me your summon pulls or any ideas on themes or teams you want to see in the future. We are on the road to 500 subscribers here at the channel, so hashtag 500 Mortals Plan all over the comments, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.